Our next speaker, he is the 15th president of APSS, CSP, Global Speaking Fellow. And his topic reminds me of a childhood story because it goes, once upon a brand. Let's bring on Jerome Joseph. Woo!
Hey everyone, very good evening. I am the warm-up act for 𝗕𝙁𝙁. Just kidding. So I've got 7 minutes and we've had some amazing things shared by the different presidents. You had a call for action, a rally call. You were motivated. You had emotional stories. So today I am going to tell it as it is. And I'm going to talk about branding. Now, December 2019, I looked at my calendar for 2020 and I was giving a high five to my wife. I was so happy. Why? Because I had almost a full calendar in February. I was fully booked for March, April, May, June, July. Woohoo! I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I was so happy. But how things change so quickly. Come February, COVID was introduced to the world. Things started to fall apart. I started losing programs, postponement, cancellations. As I share this story and I look at my community, I know you are all going through this same situation. I know that many of you are feeling the effects of this. But so I want you now to put on your business cap. I want you to put on your brand cap. And I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to look at how brands around the world are reacting to this situation. Now, there are going to be 3 things that we start to see emerge as a pattern. And I'm going to share with you this thing called the global narrative of the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, in February, when this thing happened, we had what we call the education phase. Now in February, when I found out that this COVID is happening, everything was going around, I was just like everyone else. What's going on? What do you mean social distancing? What's happening? And if you look around very carefully, you started to see how brands started to react in phase 1, the education phase. So global brands started to send out messages talking about, hey, stay home, stay safe, social distancing, have hygiene. And you saw a pattern emerge with some of these brands. Now, the reason why I talk about this is I'm going to share with you 3 phases of this COVID situation. And one of the things that I want you to start to do is to think about what the best brands in the world are doing. And then I want you to start thinking about your brand. So at the education phase, they started going on and talking about stay home, stay safe. And that was the big message during that time. Many brands adopted that message. And then we moved in from the education phase into the united phase or the solidarity phase. And in this phase, you realize a lot of the messaging was together we can fight Corona. Hail the heroes. Let's do this. We are one. And you see a lot of campaigns around that. And it's still kind of ongoing for a bit. But crucially, ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving into phase 3 of this virus. And that phase 3 is the new norm, the new normal. And as we're moving into phase 3, I want you to start looking very closely at what the different brands are doing. And then I want you to pause again. And I want you to start thinking about your brand. And I'm going to give you some quick tips to start you thinking about your brand strategy in phase 3. Because we have started moving into phase 3. And like it or not, phase 3, the new normal, is going to be with us for some time. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to really think about how you can strengthen your brand during this phase, how you can reinforce your brand. Please do not disappear, right? Your customers want to hear you. Your customers want to hear your story. Your customers want you to be part of this new norm. So really work on strengthening your brand, really work on reinforcing your brand in this new normal. The second thing that I want you to start to think about is listening to your customers, listening to your clients during this period. Now, there's so much things that's going on. Let me give you an example. I picked up the phone when this was happening and I called up almost every client of mine. I spoke to them and I said, what's going on? How can I help you? How's things with you? And I've got a lot of great information just listening to them. Really powerful information. Now, let me give you one quick example. One of the things that they told me was, Jerome, we've started moving into virtual programs, but we are worried about the quality of the virtual programs. We are worried about how good it's going to be and how good this speaker is going to be or this trainer is going to be in a virtual setting. So what did I do? In response to that was that I went and created a virtual showreel. I created video testimonials from my virtual clients, and I started to send it out to my clients into my database. So you've got to be in touch with your clients, and you've got to be listening very carefully to their needs. The third thing is this: adapt and evolve. Now, I'm sure you've heard it being said over and over again. It's a digital transformation. We need to adapt and evolve. My point to you is this: everyone that I talk to seems to be telling me the same thing. Hey, Jerome, I need to go online. I need to get online programs. And I like what Nishan has said. Not everything is for you. But I want to add another layer. As you are doing this, I want you to consider two things. If you're going to move and transition your business and you're going to adapt and evolve, I want you to think about how you can do this better than everyone else, because everybody's going right. To differentiate in the marketplace, you need to go left, which really brings me back to this entire circle about your brand. The key in this cluttered marketplace, the key to win in this cluttered marketplace is really to work on building your world-class brand, to put in the effort in looking at all your touch points and really getting your brand message out there into the marketplace. You have to do it. You got to fight for your brand. It's been a great opportunity to be here and really talk to all of you virtually through this platform. I'm deeply, deeply grateful to the community, because without you, I would have, I don't even know how my career would have picked off. We got this. We got this. We can do this. All of us, right? Let's fight for our brand. Let's fight to really go out there into this new norm and really make a difference.